Welcome to the channel, Reverend Dr. J.W. Morrison, theologist. First thing I want to say this morning is don't worry about the masses. Worry about yourself and everything around you that's related to you. Don't worry about the masses. The masses will sort themselves out. For those of you that are going through a breakup and you're possibly worried about the new supply, don't worry about the new supply. The new supply will get no different to what you got. And if that's worth worrying about, then you've got bigger issues than you think. People that ruin or are unable to navigate relationships properly don't deserve to have them. It's as simple as that. And if that's you, you need to stop and self-introspect. Look at yourself, work out where it went wrong, why it went wrong. What happened? Now, my challenge out of my last relationship is, should I have gone and sat and spoke with the flying monkey? And my conclusion and counsel about that was no, because she tried that and it ended up in a mess, a psychological mess. There was things that that person was not going to cope with, didn't want to deal with, and that was all there was to it. And so that's why it ended up where it did. There was an underlying agenda that was to emasculate myself in the relationship, and I was aware of that and I acted accordingly, which was withdraw. Do not engage, flying monkeys. 10 points to the lady. She tried to do a balancing act, but it didn't work in the end. I think the balance of the scales was towards her side, which didn't bother me, but I have no time for that. The relationship was gone, just like that, gone ski. And so do not engage the flying monkeys. Do not engage. How are you this morning? You've got your dog and I've got my camera.
Yeah.
I walk the dog later. The flying monkeys are trying to set traps to cause your person, who you are, to be undermined. And if they can't do it intellectually by way of getting control over you and manipulating you, then the next step is to control and manipulate circumstances to make you look bad. They'll feign psychological breakdown because of you. They'll feign sadness and sickness because of you. There'll be all sorts of controlling and diabolical snares going on to undermine you with the person that you're with. It'll work in the end because they'll want you to make a resolve. But do not engage. Now the phone's ringing. Let's see who this is. Ash. Do not engage the flying monkeys. Do not engage the flying monkeys. Let's see what's going on here. Just bear with me.
You on the job or are you?
No, I'm at Gosford doing a blog.
Oh, right.
Yeah, what's going on?
Not much. I thought I might suggest to you that I can give you some pointers on the
Jibing? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. We'll link up. We'll link up.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
I think you can do it.
Oh, easy. I just don't like falling in.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but I'm psyched. I was gonna try a couple yesterday, and then those little Do they sting you, those jelly blubbers?
No.
No, they don't sting
They
you.
give you a little tingle maybe, but
Yeah.
I fell amongst like a full load of them, like wall to wall, literally no gaps in pterygal ones, and I was fine.
Yeah,
A little
okay.
sting on the legs, but the ones that have got the bluish colour, I think they're sort of a little bit stingish.
Yeah, they'll give you a
I think
punch.
They must go through a life cycle or something anyway.
Um,
But one hot tip with driving is just start by going downwind a long way
Yeah,
with the wing above your head.
yeah,
And don't drive, just then turn back and keep going the same way. So
yeah,
just keep
gotcha.
doing that.
Yeah,
And then you'll get to know how long your board's going to glide for without the wind pulling you.
yeah,
And then eventually you'll be like, oh, okay, it actually glides a fair way. I can actually turn around the other way and then organise myself.
there's a lot of new foil designs coming out now, isn't there, relative to the height, like the foil itself, relative to the foil itself, eh?
I think that you've got the arms, you've got the Axis stuff. That one that I think you'd probably enjoy that one that Paul Button's got.
Yeah, that's where I'm coming from. That look, yeah, that's really good.
I
That.
could not keep. I was on an 1100 wing, and he is on a 1400 square centimetre wing, and I couldn't keep up with him almost.
Yeah, he was saying he was surprised he got away on you, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all right. Is the wind coming up today?
It's supposed to be like a westerly or something, or westerly.
Because it's going to get up to 30-something degrees today, apparently.
Yeah. There's like a fire warning and all that shit. So.
How's the wife and the child?
Yeah, he's doing good. She's all right. She's just coping with life as a mum.
That's terrific.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm gonna get rid of my kiting stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a kite. Yeah, I had a kite the other week, and I just come out of it. I didn't, I'm more comfortable with winging. It's safer. I'm pretty injured.
Good choice for you. Yeah, especially with your injury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, keep it moving.
All right.
We'll link up.
All right, catch up.
See you, Ash.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
You've got to have coaches. That's my kiting coach, hydrofoil coach. I've got work to do on jibing. He's happy to accommodate that. And this goes for relationships as well. You have to have mentors and people that help you to be on the right track. The flying monkeys, do not engage the flying monkeys. Do not put yourself in a situation where you can be ensnared by the flying monkeys. They're going to want to get rid of you. They ain't going to want to have you around because you'll be taking attention away from that family member relative to the person that you're with. There's a shift in where the attention's going, and that'll break down the enmeshed. These enmeshed people have to have their supply. And one thing about emotional incest, it's cheating. It's cheating the system. You have to get you cannot shift your emotional, intimate relationship quantities or character or needs, the things that come with that, needs, quantities, characteristics, etc., to a family member. That's why it's called incest. You have to share your intimate side of your life with somebody that is outside the family, that is a love interest. It's cheating when you try and use family members as playing an intimate part in your life. Flying monkeys break down when they're enmeshed and you come into a relationship with that person because they need their attention fix. If they're not getting their fix, there's going to be a psychological breakdown. Believe it from an old fool. I've seen it over and over again, and these people will become hostile, malicious. They'll work in a covert way. You won't even know what's going on. You do not engage the flying monkeys. It comes down to what your partner is going to do relative to the attacks and the assaults. They'll try and stick it out, but in a lot of cases, if they're depending on you to resolve a delusion or an issue that really is just being made up, by somebody and the way they feel, and because they're the golden child or the scapegoat or whatever, you do not get involved. As soon as you engage that problem, as soon as you engage that issue, you're making it real. You just leave them sit in it, leave them wallow in it. And what that's going to do, that's going to cause confusion, particularly if it's the golden child, because the golden child is used to getting their own way. They're used to having their own way. And when you don't buy into their ludicrousness, then that just sends them into a spin. And for the parent that's created the golden child, then they're not going to know how to deal with that, because you're not having a bar of it. You're not going to buy into it. That leaves the person that you're with in a very difficult situation, because they're used to running after this grandioso individual which they've created, and now they've got a partner that's not even entertaining it one bit whatsoever. It causes a tremendous... It's time for you to leave that relationship, because their enmeshment is going to take you out anyway. I haven't seen a case yet, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years, where emotional incest hasn't won out. There is always a deficit. There is always going to be a trauma. The flying monkeys will not relent. They don't come off the boob. They don't come off the spiritual umbilical cord. They sew it back together. They hold it back together. They fuse it back together. And every time a relationship breaks down in the lives of these people, they re-engage. They don't find their way out of the pattern and come into a healthy dimension where there's boundaries. The Bible says it's boundless antagonism. They just keep antagonizing each other with it. They know they're harming each other. It's the easy way out. And you will be mocked. You will be ridiculed. You will be the punching bag. And at the end of it all, you will be the one that was supposed to fix whatever these problems are, which is a load of hogwash and nonsense. Do not get entangled in the snares of the flying monkeys. Watch what your partner does relative to it to see where their loyalties lie, and that doesn't mean you want people turning against each other. No, you want everyone to be happy, but they're not going to be. They're not equipped for someone like yourself who's shining in the light, that's glowing, that's blaring, a blazing meteorite. They can't have that there, because they can't compete with what you have done in your life to end up where you are. The flying monkeys will swing from tree to tree, dropping banana skins and everything else to try and make you slip. Do not engage in the flying monkeys. Just focus on your relationship. Watch the person that you're with. See where their loyalties are relative to the relationship, not to their connections as parents and children. You got no right to interfere in that. And as a matter of fact, you should be encouraging that to be healthy and right. But if you look like you're going to be on the end of emotional incest, enmeshment, and you're going to get the blame, like you should have fixed it, walk away. That's when it's time to walk away. You can give tolerance to the flying monkeys, snares and entanglements. Do not engage them. Give tolerance to that. But as soon as the person that you're with shows partiality towards the problem, the unresolved, rather than the health of the relationship, just ask them to go. You haven't got time for that. You're supposed to be building a healthy, strong, happy relationship, and you will not do it while they're trying to entangle you in psychological issues and underdevelopments and infantile mentalities that were developed, created, and fueled nurtured and sustained before you come along. The flying monkeys, just ignore them. Do not engage. Do not be entangled. That's what they want. Once you entangle, they've got you where they want you, and they'll run you into the ground. I'm Reverend Dr. J.W. Morrison, theologist. Central Coast, New South Wales, Australia. Thank you for joining me, and bye for now.